Paul, it's a defeat, but at times you've more than matched the league leaders today.
Yeah, I felt like it, and we knew how tough it would be coming here anyway. So then to be 2-0 down in, was it 8 minutes, someone just said, you start to fear the worst because of how things have gone. And obviously the crowd were lively anyway, but lifted. And ironically, after starting the game, probably for the first 5 minutes on top and having a couple of sort of incidents, if you like, in their penalty area. The penalty, I haven't seen it back properly. We get a bit of a feed and look on the picture I saw, at least. I'm not sure how much there was in that, really. I think the amount of times that there's been coming together and I hear they've both been at something, I think that was another incident of it. So that felt harsh and obviously not the start we wanted. The second goal, from again my mind and positionally, that looked a poor goal for us to concede. But then the lads kind of responded and got on top. Then from an incident where, again, what I've been told at least, was there was no whistle. I think Dave Moore was still on the pitch, is what I'm told. I haven't seen it. And they play quick. Now, we tell our lads to switch on, but there's an element of it just seemed too quick. I have to say, in terms of it happening, concede a penalty, and again, like I said, you stood maybe fearing the worst. Thankfully, the lad put it wide, and we sort of got on top again and got a goal back through Donny. Finished the half well. Start of the second half came out, I think near enough instantly, because I nearly missed it myself. Coming out, a chance for Rosie. I said, oh, why didn't he head it? Someone sat on the bench said he thought he would push. I wouldn't know, because I didn't really get a good view of it. But then we stayed on top, got the penalty. Gav does what he does, and then I thought we were certainly in the ascendancy and looked like we got them sort of rocked. They'll be delighted because I've said things don't come easy, but I'm not sure how many games they will have had in their run and this season where teams have pushed them like that. Certainly since they've got into this winning habit.
Was that the kind of reaction you wanted after last Saturday's game?
Yeah, and again, I've watched the game back, so take all the emotion out of it. I don't know what people think about the game. I know what I think about it, and it's not all doom and gloom, far from it. But that, I think the atmosphere, who it's against, the way that the game sort of to and froed, so to speak, it just felt like a really good game to be involved in. But that's very little sort of consequence to me now because we lost, and that is, like I say, I'm not trying to hide away from that at all. That's what's happened, and at the minute, the way both teams are, they've got a dressing room where they're getting enough right to win games, and we seem to be doing, whether it's through some bad luck, whether it is through decisions by ourselves and or others, are coming out the wrong side.
There's a question marks over the third goal with the free kick that initially it led to. Harvey Rogers with the tackling, he got a yellow card for it from press box. It looked quite harsh.
I don't really know what's supposed to happen now. He kind of overruns the ball, he slides in. If I get the thing of studs up, I've had this argument before this season from playing football. If you slide and don't have your studs up, I think you're going to break your own leg. I don't understand where you're supposed to put your foot. I don't know if you can invent some boots and you press a button and your studs disappear, so you're allowed to do it. I don't get it, because fans 100% want to see physical contact. They want to see players committed, and he was. So we do it, but then we've had to make the subs. I don't think that's no excuse, no issues in terms of the initial setup, but we don't do well enough when the ball comes in on the first ball, and then Harry's done what we asked in terms of tracking the player, and from where I sat, I think he was giving it their lad, but it looked to me like an own goal from Harry. There were a few of our lads claiming offside. I'm not saying whether it was or not because I haven't seen it, but yeah, a very unfortunate goal to concede, and in terms of the last part of it.
Yeah, it kind of knocked the stuffing out of us. It looked like in that last part of the game.
A little bit. I still thought they were trying, and obviously from a team point of view, we took some risks. We ended up with a lot of attacking players on. Otis and Issa are kind of almost playing as two attacking midfield players, with the two up front still. And I just felt that we deserve something today. I really do. That's not me because we're not on a good run or anything like that. I genuinely felt that we should have got something, but I felt that in the main, in most games, as said, and you know, we're not. What one thing can't get away from, like I said, penalty, I'm not sure. The last goal with question marks, but it is 3 goals conceded. I think Jake made one excellent save. We had a couple of other maybe close-ish moments, but again, I felt like we've got some really good attacking players, and the way that they transition from defending to attack with the pace that they have and athleticism, they had some moments, but in the main I thought we kind of controlled that, and like I say, in that second half in particular, we had some really good control of the game and with the team on top, but that counts for very little, studying it.
Yeah, it carries on the narrative as well, Paul, that we're not getting what we deserve at the minute, and it follows on from the last few weeks as well with some of the games, and the fans today will have seen that.
I hope so. I thought they were excellent right from the off, and going 2-0 down so early. Then, you know, you could have seen people leaving, you could have seen or heard people, you know, turning and voicing their annoyance. But I personally didn't hear or see any of that, and it felt like that was back to getting towards the best version of Grimsby Town Football Club in terms of a lot of what was happening on the pitch from the sides as well, with the fans and their contribution. We want more of that, but we want to be able to celebrate at the end in front of the fans rather than going over clapping them and kind of everyone's still disappointed. We want that feeling, and that's what we're all craving. It's what we've got to try and make happen on Tuesday night.